So I'm putting this across here, and I know, see, Pat has a knot section, which is in his new curriculum, which I think is great, because the students can tell you all the pathways for hormone production, but they can't tie a bowl in. Okay? You know that, don't you? Yeah, so I'm putting that, this doesn't go across his airway, it just goes across his chest. And this is a nice soft rope. So we're gonna just put it over the little guy. And I gotta tell you, this foal's behaving really good. And it has to do with just what Pat was saying is the program here that Catherine and Mike direct and conduct. They do a really good job. And so I'm just putting a half hitch over there. I'll show you this. And we've been showing people how to do this because we want them to, when a foal has to get plasma, we don't want it to be the worst experience he ever had in his life. So we have a case report of 200 thoroughbred foals getting plasma using the squeeze method. And they go to sleep. The mother stands right in front of them. She knows they're asleep. One person does it instead of four. He's already thinking about laying down. So, all right, well, you just hold them. So what we do is, I'm just putting a little tension on here, and I'm just going to hold this, just real gentle. And I'm going to mimic, you hold him because he's going to lay down. We'll let him lay down. We don't let him spin around. We'll just hold him. I'm just putting a little pressure on the foal, and that is mimicking the squeeze. Okay? Then we'll let him lay down. Yeah, just let him lay down. Put your hand over his eye and get on the other side. And guess what he's doing? He's going into slow wave sleep. I'm trying to pull as gentle as I can. Slip off of him right here. Okay? And I have about 10 pounds of pressure on here. Now you move your hand away and you just let him see that the foal's asleep. Okay?
Wow.
So, Dr. Monica Allman hooks up the brainwave. We get the heart rate. We get the oxygen. But we also started measuring all these different hormones that we were looking at with a dummy foal that we found are substantially elevated in there. And what we found is at the end of 20 minutes, there's this funky hormone surge of ACTH, but no cortisol, and 2 other neurosteroids. And what we thought is that could be a feedback loop, because this is the birth canal right now. That's why he's doing this. So I'm just going to let him up and show you what happens as soon as we release this. No, we can just let him see if how he wakes up. I just get the rope out of the way. And yeah, just hang on. That's all right. You can hold him just a little bit till I loosen it. Yeah, that'd be good. Because Pat will know anytime you're doing a demo, count on things being a little more complex than when you've done it 100 other times by yourself. But that's all right. So we just let this like this. Yeah, and then we just let him go. He goes, hey man, I just got bored. So he's not going to be actually afraid of us. He's going to get up and nurse. And he hasn't had to have that thing. We have to, because if they're really low and they need plasma, we need to do it. But we want to do it as best we can to not change them the rest of their life. So, okay. So we're doing that study. We publish it, and we see this thing at the end of 20 minutes, the hormones go up. So, what's that? So, 20 minutes stage 2 labor in the mare. So I got a call from this client, Vacaville, Victory Rose Thoroughbred Farm. He says, I understand you're doing some dummy foal research. I know Ellen who runs the place. Says, I got a dummy foal out here. It's 8 hours old, hasn't nursed, doesn't bond with a mother, walks way over here, walks right into the feeder, gets upside down. when he lays down, you can't get him to get up. He says, I'll be nursing this guy along and trying to get him through it for all 9 days. And she said, have you got any drugs that I could use and get cheap? You know, there's a horse owner, you know, kind of. Why not, you know? And so I said, hey, what was the birth like? She said, oh, it's normal. So what you have to do is always be like Sherlock Holmes. You mentioned Sherlock Holmes. I have a talk on veterinary medicine.